Okay, everyone, we're back here live for our final segment of the day. We're lucky enough to have Mr. Scott King join us and discuss some self-advocacy and self-defense and empowerment with us. You know, we love advocacy at PALS. At all of our programs, we have committees and we have teams that come on and join us and constantly come up with great ideas to get us out in the community and advocate for ourselves. So thank you, Scott. We're very blessed and fortunate to have you with us and give us such powerful lessons right now. Always enjoy your episodes. So live from Gallia County, Scott King.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Hi, everybody. I'm going to try and swipe this and see if I can see who all is hanging out with us today. I might have to get the help of my technical. Oh, I see everybody's here. Hey, guys, how you doing? Give me a little wave. All right, cool. Can you see me okay? I had to come into a different room today, and I'm thinking that's a little bright. Hey, where's the volume on this? Hold on, I'm getting my helper to come and turn up the volume so I can hear you.
Is that good?
Yeah, somebody say something, see if I can hear you okay.
Hi, Scott.
Oh, much better, much better. Thanks, buddy. Okay. All right. We got a lot of ground to cover today, and it's kind of some sort of a touchy subject. You'll understand that here in a minute. But first, I always like to do a quick review of some of the things we've talked about before, in case you might have missed, and it's a good reminder too, okay? The very first session we did, 3 weeks ago, I think we talked about the importance of situational awareness and kind of knowing what's going on around us. And we talked about a quick little game we could play. And I want to see if we've been training ourselves to do that. And remember, the first thing we do when we walk in somewhere is always check out the doorways and the exits so we know how to get out of a place if we have to leave quickly. But we also want to know who's coming in, which leads to the second thing. We want to look for anyone in the room that's doing anything or for any reason at all that might make us feel just a little uncomfortable inside, a little weird, a little creepy, okay? And that's all up to you. You set the rules there. You're the one that calls the shots. It's anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. And then we have to make a decision. Do we want to kind of hang around and maybe deal with this if we have to, or just have a plan in our mind? Or would that be a good time to use those doorways and stuff that we've looked at and just go ahead and leave and come back later, okay? Then the third thing we're scanning for when we look in, when we come in and look around, is I want to see anything I can use as a tool to help me protect and defend myself if I have to, okay? That could be anything like maybe this, an ink pen. Doesn't mean you can go out and stab somebody, but if you have to protect and defend yourself, there's always something around somewhere that you can use as a tool to help and protect and defend yourself. And, you know, it's just a rule in life that whenever we're in a bad situation, the longer we stay in that situation, the harder it is to get out of it. So if we can begin to see this stuff early on, process it, have an understanding of what's going on, then we can make the decision to get out. And the best self-defense is don't be there. Very good. So we talked about that. You are your own boss. You have every right to control what's going on around you. Last week, we kind of tippy-toed into some problem identifying things that could be a problem. And we tried to decide, well, is this good? Is this bad? How do we feel about this? And it helps us sort of get in touch with ourselves so we can begin to practice making those decisions. And it's okay to imagine things. You know, I know when I teach a lot of the classes, and even when I teach law enforcement officers, that, you know, I tell them if you're watching a movie or watching one of your favorite TV programs, maybe it's one of those adventure movies where there's a lot of action. It's okay to think about what would I do in that situation? Because you know something? Even though you're sitting there and you're enjoying that movie with your snacks and your family and your friends, you're really kind of giving your brain a little workout. Oh, I've got a hand up.
Yeah, Ghostbusters, who you want to call it? Have you seen the Ghostbusters?
I've seen Ghostbusters, but it's been a long time ago, but that's a pretty exciting movie. But when you're watching things like that and you see a situation and you begin to think, oh, they better get out of that room. Here comes this scary person or this bad person, or, oh man, this car's going to wreck. If he doesn't slow down, they're going to wreck. Guess what? You're giving your brain a little workout because it's already processing information that you can take and make yourself stronger mentally on how to identify these problems and say, you know what? If someone's driving crazy and I know they're a crazy driver, I'm not going to get in the car with them. Good call. If you walk in somewhere, you see a rowdy group of people acting up, something inside you is going to say, I'm not too comfortable here. And I know because of my family that I've trained, my team that I've trained with at PALS, might be a good time for me to just leave, because I've learned the best self-defense is don't be there. And out you go, and they can have that whole mess, that whole problem to themselves. So these are the things we've been covering. We talked about bullying last week. You guys remember us talking about, oh, I've got hands up now. I've got hands up again. Okay, I'm ready.
Hi, Scott. My name's Kristen. I used to sub school plates before, and I never get hit or anything, but I handle like a big person, even on the bus, and I didn't get hit. And I just told them, sit down, let me sit down. And they sit down and they shut up.
Excellent, excellent. And who helped you out there? The bus driver? Was that?
No, I did it myself. I handled
that's
it by myself.
well done. I'm very proud of you. You did an excellent job. Thanks for sharing that with us too, because you know, when you share stuff like that, guess what? We all learn. We all learn from it. So, and that leads right into what we were talking about, the bullying stuff. You know, there's just people in the world that aren't very nice. And for whatever reason, they'll call somebody names and they'll tease them and they'll flip your ear and they'll do stuff like that. And we learned a little bit of some techniques how to handle that and things that we should do that's appropriate. Today, we're going to go a little bit farther into this because last week, you know, this is like a two-sided thing. We learned, we'll talk about bullies for a minute. You know, bullies they might call me names and they said, hey, old baldy man, you ain't got no hair, ha, 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 and you got you know, you got no hair and you got gray in your beard, blah, blah, blah. So they use their words. And even though there might not be any marks on me, there's no bruises, there's no scrapes, or maybe no torn shirt or something, guess what? Those words can still hurt your heart. But I got good news, because we have power too. We have the power of our words too. So we can use words to stop them. Do you guys agree with that? Good, yeah. Everybody, I'm getting thumbs up, I'm getting heads nodding yes, absolutely right. Well done. So we have things we can say, stop, get back, go away, help. And I use the example of our words create noise, but you know what? They kind of feel good coming out of us too. When we tell someone to stop, back off, get away from me. It's very empowering for us. But I use the example of there's also a power of the noise that it makes. So I can see you all right now, and we're all sitting here and we're watching the screen and we're visiting with each other. But guess what? If a fire truck drove by outside right now, while we're busy watching this screen, how would we know that it drove by? I see your hand up.
Making noise.
Yeah, excellent. Perfect. it turns its siren on. It makes noise. And when we hear it, we go, oh, wow, there's a fire truck out there. It draws attention to itself. And that's the same thing we want to do. But let's use another example. Let's say, and this is kind of goes along with the situational awareness too. So we're walking home. Maybe we've been to a little festival uptown or some kind of gathering in the park or whatever. And we're with our friends and we're pretty safe, because we also learned that there's more safety in numbers when there's more of us, But let's say one of our friends, maybe they're a little ornery. And they say, hey, guess what? I know a shortcut through that backyard right over there. And we can be there 10 minutes faster if we go that way. And then someone else in the group says, well, I think we should just stay on the streets out here where it's, people can see us and there's lots of other people and the street lights are on. And if something happens, we can have help. They said, no, don't be, don't be a sissy. Come on, let's go through the backyard. But there's only one problem. In that backyard, there's a dog that lives there. And he's not very friendly. And if we go through that backyard, we got to be quiet and we've got to be fast. Because if that dog hears us, you know what's going to happen? Run. He's going to attack and bite you. So here we are standing with the group. And we can't decide which way to go. I kind of know what the right way to go is, and I know that you all know what the right way to go is. So if we go through that backyard, and we ran the risk of that dog, that mean dog, maybe biting one of us, not a good choice, huh? It's just that simple. We begin to listen to that voice inside of us. Go ahead, Kristen. Okay, I've got you now.
I got some dogs or some loose, and it's really hard to protect ourselves. We have like loose dogs in our neighborhood, so anything easy way, we have a walking stick and try to hit them so they don't bite us back.
You could be teaching this class right beside me. Excellent job. Yeah, we want to carry things with us. I got another hand up. All right, Alex.
I just very good job as defending myself. And the strangers don't hit me. If I do, I'll hit them back. Bam.
You're already ahead in the lessons, but that's coming up. We're going to learn ways we can protect ourselves. Okay. Here we go. Oh, is it okay? So we want to avoid the bad situations. That's what that lesson was all about. So now today we're going to talk about what I call a dangerous contact. Okay. Now before here, I want you to understand why we're going to this next level, because last week it was this. Hey, Baldy, stop calling me names. Baldy, please stop. Baldy, Baldy, Baldy. See ya. Today, a little bit different. Today we've got contact, okay? Contact is this. Hey, Baldy, stop calling me names. Bad deal, all right? That's where we're going. And then we're going to get into some more stuff that's going to be, I'm expecting a lot of participation coming up. Okay. I know when I've been down to with my friend David and all my other friends at PALS in Gallia before, we've used scenarios. Maybe we're standing in line at McDonald's and we're looking up at the board, kind of deciding what we wanted to eat, but it's hard to go there right now and do that. So let's say we're at Walmart and we're picking out a new pair of pants, or we're looking at some fruit, some healthy food to buy, and all of a sudden, someone just comes up and gives us a shove. What do you think about that? Good or bad? Yeah, it's bad. I can see you guys are all going, no, you're ready to help protect me. Yeah, it's a bad deal. Okay. Earlier we talked about Who controls the space around us? If you do, point to yourself. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. I'm loving it. We do. So we have a choice to make. Hey, why'd you do that? As I'm backing up, because I want to create space. I don't want to give them a chance to get any closer to me and cause more problems. But even if we're in the parking lot and we're putting groceries in the back of our car and there's really no one around, we still want to give ourselves some space and find out what in the world's going on. And if it's too dangerous, because we've trained ourselves, our brain is going to say, time to leave, time to leave. You're going to hear little alarm bells and stuff going on, like this is probably not a good situation, and we get out. There's other kinds of contact. See, when I said walking up and shoving, man, right off the bat, all you guys knew that, because it's probably happened to all of us at some point or another. As we go through a few more examples, and then I'm going to break it down even farther, we're going to talk about good touching and bad touching, okay? Good contact, bad contact. So let's go through a few more and just see. Let's say I'm back in the parking lot of Walmart. And I've just loaded my groceries in the back seat, and I'm getting ready to take my jacket off before I get into the car, and all of a sudden, someone comes up and grabs me. Thumbs up if it's good, or thumbs down if it's bad. Talk to me. Everybody's doing thumbs down. I got a hands up. Alex got a hand up. Hey, Alex got a thumb up, a thumb down, a thumb up, a fist. Okay. Yeah, it startles us, man. It makes us like, whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey. Okay, but let's say we've all decided to go out. I'll use Walmart today since we're already there. And I'm excited about going inside because I want to pick out a new pair of tennis shoes. And I've just really been excited to get there. And I start saying, hey, come on, let's hurry, let's go. I want to get my shoes. And I take off walking, and all of a sudden, we're all together. And one of you guys say, whoa, 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 Scott, hold it. Because I wasn't paying attention, and there was a car coming down. And you just saved me from getting hit by a car. If you think, is that a good contact or a bad contact? Good contact, hold them up. Bad contact, hold them down. What do you think? Yeah. You put your hands on me to help me and save me, okay? But when someone puts their hands on you and they're not trying to help you or they're not trying to save you, and sometimes they don't always act like they're mad or we don't want anyone putting our hands on us. Dangerous place to be. How about if we're watching TV, maybe like we are right now, and someone comes up and says, I need you to turn that TV off. Okay, I was watching this program. I'm almost done. I need you to turn the TV off. Now. Okay, sorry. So it's not about turning the TV on and off. Let's say they take their hand and they put it on us, or they grab us by the hand, and they're squeezing really hard, really, really hard. What do you think? Good or bad? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Oh yeah, I'm getting thumbs down everywhere. At this point here, what could I do? What tool have we learned so far that gives us the power to act? Hey, stop it. That hurts me. Would you agree? Thumbs up or thumbs down? I'm getting a thumbs up. I got one, I guess a thumb up. Everyone's thumbs up. Yeah. So sometimes it doesn't always have to be, boom, a punch or a slap or something like that. And we think of contact. Sometimes it can be someone grabbing us in a not good way, or it could be someone grabbing us and squeezing real hard. So maybe they don't want other people around to see that they're that they're hurting us, you know? Just a minute ago, you see me go like this and slap. Let's talk about hitting, slapping. Hitting and slapping. Number one, we know that it's a contact. You know, there's someone has touched us, put their hands on us, touched us in some way that's not good. Is it important to know let me break it down this way. If someone is close enough to hit us, or to slap us, is it important to know always what's going on around us and where we're at? That helps a little bit, doesn't it? You know, sometimes we're just in a crowd. And like I say, there's always just going to be mean people out there sometimes. But if we can understand what's going on around us and try and keep an eye on things and make good decisions and either get away from it or get next to close to someone who we can trust and knows going to help us, then there we go. But now we're back on hitting and slapping. I've been hit, you know, I've been slapped, and we all know that that doesn't feel good and we don't like it. Let's say we're out somewhere and this happens to us. And you know, maybe it's not always a stranger. Sometimes it's people we know, you know? So that makes it kind of tough too. Is anybody allowed to hit us? No, absolutely not. Is anybody allowed to slap us? No, never. There is no reason for that. But I got to ask you something. Are we hitting or slapping or squeezing or shoving or pushing anybody? You don't have to answer that one because I'm pretty sure you guys aren't. But it's always good to check ourselves to make sure that we're treating people the way that we like to be treated. Really important. And life has a way of coming back around and being good to you when you treat other people good. Are you guys ready for good touch, bad touch? Then let's have a talk. These things we've talked about up to this point, it's pretty clear. You know, they're kind of bad. No one should be touching us. No one should be slapping us, hitting us, grabbing us, pushing us, shoving us, squeezing us, pinching us, because it hurts. Now, good touches and bad touches. I've got some notes here I'm going to be looking at as we go through this. You guys teach me. Usually one of the first things I do when I meet somebody new, except for you guys who I've trained with before, you know what I do when I first meet you. But usually I shake somebody's hand, say, how you doing? My name is Scott. It's good to meet you. Except for you guys. I always get a hug when I meet you guys. How's a hug make you feel? I got 2 thumbs up there. I got thumbs up. It's double thumbs up again. I like to be hugged and I like to give hugs too. A lot of you guys already know that. So that we could consider that a good touch then? Can we call that a good touch? Because it makes us feel good. And no one's trying to hurt us with a hug like that. How about a pat on the back? Everybody likes a pat on the back. And you did a good job today. I really like your new shirt. That meal you cooked for dinner was delicious. Great job. Give me a hug. That's a touch too. That's a touch just like a touch, but it's a good touch. Let's go a little farther. How about if Alex has got Alex got a hand up.
Are you with Michael Pero? I haven't seen him in a while.
With who?
Pero.
I lost the first part of it.
Mike Pero.
Mike Pero. No, I haven't seen Mike in a while.
Hi, Alex.
Oh, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Pretty good. Did you got my message?
I got your message.
Oh yeah, man.
All right.
I love it that we're all on here together. Okay, so let's say, remember we were walking home from the park and we were getting ready. Jessica, you got a question, honey? Okay. Okay, I've got you. Go ahead. No, I've lost you.
I know. I want to speak at Ashley Phelan. She told me she's in there or something. I don't know.
She was a minute ago, but I don't know where she's at. I might not have everybody on screen. So let's go back to where we're walking home from the park. And forget about cutting through the backyard with the mean dog and all that stuff, because we've already made the good decision. We've decided to go the safe way. And we're happy about the decision. So our buddies comes up to congratulate us, and he puts his arm around our shoulder, or she puts her arm around our shoulder and says, man, I had a great time tonight hanging out with you. It was just a really good time. Is that a good touch or a bad touch? Yeah. Okay. Everyone's got thumbs up, and I agree. But let's talk about it for a minute. When we felt our friend or our parent or our caregiver or even our supervisor, if they're telling us what a good job we did today at work, here's the test. How does it make us feel? Does it make us feel proud and happy and like, man, I got a good friend here? Makes you feel good. That's why we call it a good touch, because that's how it makes you feel. There are bad touches too. And I'm not talking just about the kind like that or the slapping or the pinching or some of the other stuff we've talked about. Those are bad. But here's where I want to cross over. And I want to make sure we all make this, I want to make sure we all stay together, just like that group. I want to make sure we all stay together and try and understand this here. Sometimes the good and the bad, it's easy to decide if this is a good touch and this is a bad touch, because we see it and we feel it. We feel it here and we feel it here. But where else do we feel it? We feel it here. We feel it in our hearts. Our brains tell us, this feels weird. This might feel a little creepy. Let's talk some more about this. So, not safe touches or bad touches are the hitting, the pinching, pushing, kicking, biting. You know, I'm going to throw this in there earlier when I talked about, remember the third rule of the game? We walk in, we look for the doors and exits, anyone in the room that makes us feel uncomfortable, and anything we can use as a tool to defend and protect ourselves. Do dogs ever carry guns? Do lions carry knives? No. Do alligators carry around baseball bats? No, they don't. You know what they use to protect and defend themselves? Can you hear my teeth clanking? We've got the same thing. Just a little tool for your toolbox. Okay. So let's talk about, I want to talk about bad touches. And I don't mean the punching, the slapping, this. I'm talking about bad touches. I've got a friend. I brought a friend here to help me, help us all understand this a little better. Kristen, I see your hand up.
It's bad if someone's touching you, like sexual touching is not a good idea for work.
Kristen, I think you've been reading my notes because that is exactly where we're about to go next. Thank you for opening that door for me. You are right on top of everything. Well done. So just like Kristen said, Jessica, you got a question? I see you.
Alice Jan, please.
What?
Alice Jan.
Jan? Joan? I don't know. So I don't want to run out of time because I want to get through this. I've got somebody with me today, and the first thing we're going to talk about is private parts. Look who's here. Now, you can name this person anything you want. Hi, everybody. Okay, so let's use an example. Hi, I'm Scott. Good to meet you. Good touch. No problem. It's on the hand. But you notice the places where this person has clothes on at? If anybody starts touching you there, who has control of your body? Who has control of your body? Yeah, you guys do. You guys do. So this is going to be what we call our private parts. This is our private parts. All right? Now, I know what I've got in my notes, but I also know that you guys know a lot more than I do. So I'm going to ask a question, and I want you to think about it before you answer. And when you've got an answer ready, just give me a thumbs up or raise your hand, and we're going to take a turn to see. I want to see what everyone thinks. Who can touch our private parts? Think about your answer for a second.
The doctors.
Perfect. Yes, thank you. That is correct. The doctors. Okay, give me another one. Okay, Kristen's got her hand up. Alex is next.
Ourselves.
If you we're taking a shower, a bath, or we're cleaning ourselves, absolutely. Alex, go for it.
Nurse.
Absolutely. You guys have been reading my notes somehow. I don't know how you got into this, but you've done it. Those are all excellent. They're perfect answers. And that's absolutely true. How about the people? How about the people who help take care of us? Which is doctors, nurses, ourselves, you know. Sometimes we have to have people, help us. Go ahead. I can't. Hang on, it's coming. They'll get to you.
Our moms help us take care of ourselves.
Absolutely.
Our parents.
Now, you notice, and you're absolutely right. Did you notice out of all the great answers you guys gave, there's one thing in common. These people are looking out for your best interest. They're helping you care for yourself. And when a doctor or a nurse, like Alex said, or someone helps touch us, you remember we talked about that kind of that creepy feeling we get? We don't get that when they touch us, do we? It might seem a little weird or strange, but we know that they're there to help us. It's when people touch us in those places and we get those weird, creepy, uncomfortable feelings, you know? So one of the things I would say about the good touching and the bad touching is a bad touch, it shouldn't, and when I say, let me put it this way, a touch in a bad spot, in a private spot, shouldn't hurt you or make you feel scared or make you feel uncomfortable. If a good touch would be, one of the things we talked about from our friends or things like that, but I really want to focus down on the bad spots, because I know some of you have boyfriends, some of you have girlfriends. Oh, I'm looking to see who's grinning. I'm looking to see. And we've already agreed that we're the ones who have control of our body. But we have to be very careful, don't we? How we share ourselves, not just our heart, but also our bodies. How many of you do have boyfriends and girlfriends? Some of us do. That's okay. That's good. And when we're in a romantic relationship, we want to be very careful of the other person's feelings. And we don't ever want to do anything that makes them feel those feelings that would build up to a bad touch. It's okay to hold hands. It's okay to walk arm in arm and go get some ice cream or something, or enjoy being with each other. But when someone starts touching us in our bad spots without our permission, I know I've said this 100 times. Hang on, Jessica. I know we've said this 100 times. Who has control of us? Who has control of our bodies? We do. Absolutely right. Jessica, you had your hand up. Okay. So we agree that when we go to the doctor for an examination, we know what's going on, and they might have to have us take some of our clothes off to examine us to make sure we're healthy and fit and safe and things like that. But let's say we're at work. Let's say we're at work, and someone we work with wants us to go into the storeroom or into a back room or maybe a closet or somewhere, and they want to show us something, or for whatever reason, and they touch us in one of those spots. What does your heart tell you? Good or bad? There you go. Bad. Getting those thumbs down. Absolutely bad. Yeah. So we already know what to do. Thanks to our friend, we know where the bad spots are, where the private parts. We know who can touch us there and who shouldn't. And for the people that shouldn't be touching us there, we make up our decision because it's how it makes us feel. Uncomfortable, creepy, scared. So, if somebody touches us in a private spot that we didn't give them permission to, and they did it anyway, and it made us feel scared, creepy, maybe hurt us, what do we do? What should we do? You teach me. I got hands up. Man, they're flying up now. Okay. I want to hear it. All right, somebody, give me your answer. Teach me. Alex? Hang on, I'm coming back to you. Just, Alex, go for it, buddy.
Call 911.
That's one thing we could do. Absolutely, yes. Give me another answer. That's good. Go for it.
I can't get away from them.
We want to get away. I love the way you're thinking. Yeah, we want to get away. And then do we just, okay, let me ask it to you this way. Do we just not say anything about it and just keep it to ourselves? Or do we let somebody know? We let somebody know. Like Alex said, you could call 911, but if there's someone there closer, the first person we could go to would be, depending upon where we're at, maybe a caregiver, but really it's someone who we trust. And if you have a supervisor at work or you have, a caregiver where you're at, or in your family, someone who you know, trusts, and loves you, then that would be a good place to start right there. Okay. What if someone does something like that and they give us a bad touch in a private part, and then they say, shh, don't tell anybody. This is our secret. Don't tell anyone. What do we do? What do we do? Kristen's got her hand up. All right, let's hear it.
Or you can punch them back, or pepper spray on their eyes if they touching you.
I like that answer. I love your independent, empowered spirit. I love it. But should we keep this? Okay, I got another hand up. Let me hear.
Tell someone.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. We definitely want to let somebody know. Absolutely. Yeah. So we don't keep secrets, do we? If someone does something to us, now we've talked about a lot today, a lot. We've talked about everything from the pinching, the pushing, the shoving, the grabbing, the squeezing, hitting, slapping. And then we moved on to a really sensitive area of our private parts and good touching and bad touching. And you guys all came up with the perfect answers because you know what to do. But I want to tell you, I want to make sure we know what not to do too. And that is not keep a secret. No matter, even if the person doing it says, don't tell anybody. This is our secret. If you do, I'll hit you or I'll do, we still have to tell because what they've done is wrong. And who has control of our bodies? Boom. We do. Thank you. That's right. We're our boss. Absolutely. Okay. Let me try another one. Kind of the same, but kind of different. Let's say maybe it's someone who drives us back and forth to our work or, you know, helps transport places we need to be. Maybe it's even a friend or someone we know anyway. Sometimes could be a family member, or maybe it's even another caregiver. And they do a bad touch in one of our private places. And then they say, hey, keep this just between us. And those pair of shoes that you wanted at Walmart? I'll get those for you. I'll get those for you. And then you know what else? I'm gonna buy pizza for us too. Just don't tell anybody. Okay? We good? All right, good. Is that right or wrong? Oh yeah, I'm getting those thumbs down. Alex, you got thumbs up. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. The thumbs down, the thumbs down. Yeah. Nobody has a right to touch any of these places unless it's someone who cares about us and we give them the consent to do that. Consent means they have our permission to do it because they're trying to help us. Whether it's our parents or our caregiver helping to give us a bath, or with maybe it's a doctor or a nurse examining us. Yeah. But anybody else, no, we decide. Now, before we go, this is where I want to loop back around. I want to come back around to the boyfriend-girlfriend thing. Because it's just a fact. We're going to have boyfriends and girlfriends in life. And when you're with that person, you know what? Your heart gets attached to them. And you want to share experiences with them, and you want to have fun with them, and and do fun things and ride Ferris wheels and go on vacations together and all that. So you want to share experiences, but sometimes, you know what, experiences are maybe a kiss. Maybe you can whisper to them, say, I'm so thankful that we're together and you really make my life happy and I like hanging out with you. And then sometimes in relationships, things will continue to grow. And then you come to a point where sometimes it's sex. And we've got to be very careful here. Especially if we're just dating, you know? So that's a conversation probably for another time. But I think it's something for us to start thinking about. Right now, what I just wanted to cover today was all the good touches and bad touches, physical contact, some of those things we talked about. Kristen, you've got your hand up. Okay, I'm ready.
I used to have boyfriends before, and it didn't work out at all.
It didn't work out at all? Yeah, that happens. Jessica, I see your hand up. I'm having trouble hearing her. Okay. Guess what? I have went over time today. All right. Now, next week, we're going to be starting at 2:15. All right. So get you a nice soft drink, you know, a can of your favorite Coke or water or something, and we're going to hang out. Next week, we're going to amp it up in a little more technique. So we're going to be learning a couple different things. And I want to ask one more question before you guys go. Did everybody do something fun for your mother on Mother's Day? If you haven't, it's not too late. You can do something nice for them. Okay. All right. I'm going to use the next minute or so to, I've got hands up, so we'll answer some questions, and then I'm going to have to give you guys a break. This is our last session of the day. So, okay, Alex, I see your hand up. Go for it.
I gave my mom's Mother's Day card.
That's awesome. Did she smile when she got it?
Yeah.
Did she hug you?
Yep.
Did the hug make you feel good, or was it sad?
Good.
It was a good touch. That's why. Excellent job.
Yep.
Well done, my man. Yes, ma'am. I
gave
see
my
your
mom a
hand up.
balloon for Mother's Day. A balloon.
All right. Did she give you a hug and kiss and say, "Oh, they're beautiful. I love it"?
Yes.
See how it makes you feel? That's the key to it, guys. Listen to your heart. Jessica, I see you.
I got my mom something too. I got her like flowers and a card.
You guys are really good. I got my wife flowers. Jessica, did it make your mom happy?
Yeah. I got back
you-
my dentist appointment.
How do you know it made your mom happy? Tell us how. Share with us.
She's beautiful and happy to me.
Well, she probably had a big smile. She said, "Oh, Jessica, I love you. They're beautiful. Thank you."
I
That's
took
how we know.
Mike Aparo.
Joni,
Mike
I see your, what?
I talked to
Joni?
Mike Aparo. I didn't see him.
Mike's pretty popular during this.
Okay, Joni, I seen your hand up. Go for it.
Go ahead, Gila. Gila, you have a question, Gila?
Yeah, I'm okay. Well, my mom was happy. Go.
You made your mom happy on Mother's Day. That's good.
I'm okay. Quiero ver a Queenie.
Well, you know something, Gila? And all
What?
you guys who shared your stories about what you did, how you made your moms happy.
Of course.
I'm not your
Yeah.
mom, but it just made
Yeah.
me happy too, because I love it when you guys share your heart with everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And I hope to see all of you back here next week. Yeah? All right.
Scott, pleasure having you on here. You deliver a very powerful message.
Oh, thank you. Well, they do an awesome job. I love hanging out with you guys. So I'll see you next week, 2:15. Use the 10-second game. Doorways, creepy people, things I can use as a tool, because I'm going to be asking you about it next week. Peace out. Have a great week. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
If you wanted to go back and watch any of his previous episodes, you can get on our website, and underneath the PALS TV schedule, you will see weeks 1 and 2 with Scott King. We're very lucky to have him. So, all right, everyone, that concludes our day here on PALS TV. It's been a lot of fun, as always, and we'll be back again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So, everyone, enjoy the rest of your Thursday.